be silicon. I got the finish work. Without you, I could feel lose my mind. Without you, I could feel fall and die. Without you, I could give up my life. Without you, never need a back and it's you. Open up, make us feel. Yeah, my love, one thing. We make a bad man sing. You mean the world to me. You're my living fantasy. I love you. No one above you. Lover, don't get this love to nobody.
Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. I don't know which hours it's your country right now, but my name is Jamerson. I am a warrior without weapons from the 2012 team, and I'm here to be a host of this live. And the objective of this live is the presentation of the Warriors Without Weapon 2022. So we are receiving here Rodrigo, founder from the ELOS, and he will talk about the program, the origin of the ELOS Institute, and we hope you are very well and safe in this hard moment. So I want to say welcome all, and let's go start this presentation. We hope you live in this moment with more entendement about the program. And so if you have any doubts, you can use the YouTube chat. Nachi is over there to help you. So you have any doubts about the program, let's send them in the chat of YouTube, okay? I'm here a little bit nervous. I'm from Brazil and I'm doing this in English. So difficult moments, but I like this kind of challenge. So let's go start our presentation. Rodrigo, come on, you are over there.
Hello, my friend.
Hello, how are you again?
Good, happy to be here with you.
Okay, me too.
Also a little bit nervous with this setup of doing a live, but happy with the opportunity to have the GSA, the Warriors Without Weapons program, happening again in this year. So very, very, very much excited to that, and willing to bring more information so people can understand better the proposal of the course and can engage on it and hopefully participate.
Really, really good. So I leave you here and I'm back on backstage. So if you need my help, just
Okay.
I don't know how to say.
I'll let you know.
I let you know. Okay, that's it. Bye-bye, Rodrigo.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Hello, guys. I'm Rodrigo. I'm one of the founders of Instituto ELOS, and the intention of the conversation today is to bring you more information about the GSA program. GSA stands for Warriors Without Weapons in Portuguese. And it's a very important program for us at ELOS Institute, and I want to share with you why it is an important program. First of all, I want to tell you a little bit about the story of the program, how it started, and it was 23 years ago. The very first course happened in 1999, and it was a consequence of a series of experiences and a series of how can I say, questions that we had. Me and my friends, the group of of students that I met during the architecture school in Santos, São Paulo, Brazil. I'm an architect. I was educated as an architect, and during our time in university, we were very much questioning the way of the strategy of education that we had, the kind of education we were getting at university, and very much willing to learn more on how could we transform realities, how could we transform our city, for example. And among these questions, one of them was about getting to know the people. It's learning how to transform it together with the people. So different from what you were learning, instead of having of developing ready solutions and just spending time trying to convince people that our ideas were the best ones. We were more interested in how could we learn how to listen to people, how to identify their own potential, how to develop solutions together with them. And what we did was we started to develop a series of experience parallel to the course in university. And so working in the city, working in the real life with real people, developing projects with these people and making them happen. So we really wanted to try a new way on how could we transform a reality. And we were quite successful in doing that at the point that our projects here in Santos became quite well known in Brazil and South America among university students. Up to the point that in 1998, a group of leaders, students leaders in South America came to visit us in Santos. And together with them, we started to dream about educating a new generation of young leaders that could transform South America. By that time, we were talking about that. And within this reflection of how could we create a new educational approach to form leaders, we ended up creating the GSA course, the Words Without Weapons program, and having the first edition of the program in 1999. That by that time it was already an international program, but very much focused on South America by that time. So we had participants coming from Brazil and other 5 countries of South America. But it was so it went so well. The first by that time, I must say, it was an adventure for us. We were still students in the university, finishing our courses, and we knew we were creating something very, very exciting for students, for young people, as we were also students by that time. But we don't know how much we would be really able to transform reality. So it was something that we were not sure when we started. But we did develop a method on how we would create that. We would create this kind of change. And this method was proved in the first edition of the program in 1999, and it went quite well. The program was quite successful, both for the students who took part on the course, and also for the communities, because one of the characteristics of the program is that it brings together a group of students, a group of people who are who applied for the program and were selected to participate and to learn the method, and the learning happens in a real situation, together with a real community. So we had transformation going to both sides, to these young leaders who were learning how to mobilize people, how to promote transformation, and this community that was receiving these people and were being provoked to change. So it went so well, both for the communities and for this first group who were formed in the program, that we decided to create the Ellus Institute to carry on with this work. So this was the first thing that I wanted to share with you, that, and now I want to present you Instituto Ellus, because the Warriors Not Weapons program, the GSA program, it's what I call the mother of Ellus Institute. So now I want to share about you what we do at the Ellus Institute. So my intention is that you understand the power, the potential of the course by seeing the work that Ellus Institute does nowadays. So 23 years after the first GSA program, 22 years of Ellus Institute. So I'm going to start sharing my screen with you. If I can find it, yes, it's here. So the very first thing that I want to share is this question: is it possible to transform the world we live in into the world we dream of? What do you think? We at Ellus, we believe it is possible. Even though it sounds like a utopia, I must tell you, we love utopias. We believe we need utopias in this life. So we say that, yes, it's possible, and the path we choose is to transform in community. So we believe that the way is to transform is in community. When we say in community, it means bringing different people together and finding common values and common purposes, and up to the point that we develop together strategies on how we can build the dreams we have in common. So this circle, it's a very typical image of the work of Instituto Ellus, and it's an image that you will see during the GSA program for sure. So it's a group of different people that get united to take care of something, or to realize a dream that's common for all of them. And this is what we intend to teach during the program. This is what we teach. This is what people who take part in the program learn: how to bring different people together, to promote dialogue, to help people get to know or discover their own potential, to how to find consensus on common dreams, and how we engage people in hands-on work to make their dreams come true. When I say community, bringing different people together, I also mean bringing different kinds of structures or organizations. So it's people, communities, it's government, it's companies, to create the best of worlds we can dream of. So one which is good for you, for others, and for the planet. So in our vision, we will have consistent change in the world as we learn how to bring different people and different organizations together, and we learn how to dialogue. We learn how to work together, and this is what we teach in this program. By the way, not saying that we know everything about how to do that. I always say this because this is a utopia. This is something difficult to do. But what we have at Ellus Institute is that we have a story of 23 years trying out different ways, different strategies on how to make this possible, and we learn a lot through this process. We are still learning, but we have today, I believe, enough experience and knowledge to share with people, so that you can learn and replicate this experience in your life, in your context. What is the synthesis of our learnings is in this 7 steps methodology. So this is the core of what we do, and you will, if you apply for the GSA program and you go through all the selection process, and you end up here with us, It means that you will know this by heart, by practice. You will know these 7 steps will become something really strong in your life. So they are dedicated to first learn how to see abundance where many see scarcity. So how can we discover potential even in the most challenging situations? So how can we foster kindness before fear and judgment? And this for us is affection. How can we develop affection? And this has to be a lot with finding common values. What are the things that we all care about? This is what for us builds affection. Then we will learn how to dream with a beautiful future that we want to live in. So this utopia that I said in the beginning. So, and how can we invite people to dream about a different future? Because we believe this vision, this beautiful vision of the future is the best thing, that the best impulse that we can have to create change. And then the secret is this next step when we call the care, for us to not become just a dreamer, but a dreamer that it's key to be a dreamer. I am a dreamer, and we are all dreamers at Aloes, but we love to make our dreams come true. And the key to make dreams come true is to take care of these dreams. And this means planning. This means how can we plan together, taking care of ourselves, of each other. How can we build a plan that is good for everyone, and a plan that it's doable, that is something that is possible to do. And this is what we will learn to do. How can we plan doable steps so that we can make miracles? That is the next step. So it's hands-on work, cooperating to make what we dream it together a reality. So we will also learn how to bring people together and work hands-on and really build their dreams. And once we build a dream that was dreamed collectively by a community, we need to celebrate. And by saying that, I also want to recognize that this idea of celebration came from our a very dear friend and partner at Aloes, that is Cacá Verá, which is an indigenous writer and activist in Brazil, who shared with us that in all ancient cultures in the world, not only for the indigenous people in Brazil, celebration, it's a key element on how they cultivate community, and especially after a big achievement for the community. So that's why we have celebration as if I can say, as a technical step in this method. So, but you will see that it's very natural. It's just honoring this natural impulse that we have to celebrate something beautiful that we did together, something meaningful that we did together. And so once we learn this process, we are able to start the seventh step that we call re-evolution. And this is the step that we say that never ends. It's when we learn how to bring people together, how to build bounds between people based on common values. We learn how to dream together. We learn how to plan and how to make our plans became a reality by working together, and we celebrate, and then we engage in a long-term process of building new dreams, each time a bigger dream. This is what we call the re-evolution. And as a just one piece of information, as I mentioned, Cacá Verá, and connected with the celebration, I also want to bring this that I forgot at the beginning. We are very much influenced by the wisdom of ancient cultures, especially indigenous people in Brazil. And Cacá Verá is our partner on that. And even the name of the program, many people are curious about the name of the program. We say GSA, the short way, but it stands for Warriors Without Weapons. And this idea of being a warrior without weapons was developed by Kaká Verá in one of his books, and it's about how can you have the braveness of a warrior, the courage of a warrior to tackle like challenging issues and challenging realities, but from a place of mobilizing people, of welcoming people, not making enemies, not trying to destroy anyone. So the main idea that Kaká presents is, when you are a warrior without weapons, it means that you don't have enemies, that you understood that in order to reach what you want, it's not about to destroy your enemies. It's much more about how can you engage people, how can you invite people, how can you make people believe that it's possible to make a better world to everyone. So this is the whole concept around the name of the program. And then we can move forward, talk more about Elos Institute. So I shared the methodology, and now I want to present a little bit more about the structure of the organization. So the structure of Elos is organized in these 3 fronts of action. The first one we call education, and this is where GSA is. So it's leadership education programs for sustainable social and environmental transformation. So the GSA, it's the mother course of education at Elos. It's the mother of Elos. It's our main educational program. And from it, we have several different smaller programs. But if you go through the GSA programs, it means that you will be like post-graduated in our method. So then the second front we call movement. So it's how we support our network of young leaders and communities. So we are like especially fostering community initiatives, and also in our network of GSA, with mentoring, with different kind of strategies. And the solution front, it's a consultancy service. It's a part of the work of Elos that looks more as a company and not as an NGO. By the way, Elos is an NGO, but we do offer solutions to the market, especially to companies and governments. So consultancy services in dialogue and relationship with surrounding communities, creation and execution of social projects. And this front also, it's a strategy to bring financial sustainability to the organization. So with the resources that we gather through this kind of work, we are able to, for example, offer scholarships in the GSA program. This is one common question. Sometimes people who have potential to be in the program, who have interest in the program, sometimes struggle with the costs of participating. And we have this commitment to make it possible to anyone who have potential. If you go through the website, you will see there our policies for scholarships. So the idea is that if you have potential, if you really want to be in the program selection process, it means that we will engage with you to make it possible. If it is through a scholarship, or if it's through supporting you on fundraising, so we will work together to make it possible. A little bit more on how this work of Elos is translated. So leadership development is the work of GSA. So tools for social mobilization and participation. So we have different social technologies like the Oasis game that some of you may know, that we offer, and then we have local and community development projects and revitalization of public and community spaces. Down in the page you see the GDS, global development, Sustainable, GSD, yeah, Global Sustainable. Oh, now yeah, SDGs, it's reading here. The SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, that we are more connected with. More. Some numbers of our work, so 3,000 leaders trained so far. What we call disseminators are the GSA. So if you are interested in the GSA program, it means that from our view, you are being educated, we're being trained to be a disseminator, to really replicate our methods. And we have training already people from 51 countries, 997 communities impacted in the world. So just to bring more concrete vision of how this work happens. So I want to share two cases. This one is in Brazil. It's from the very first GSA program in 1999. In this community, which is a favela called Dique da Vila Gilda in Brazil. And this building that you are seeing, it's a daycare center. And it was built during the GSA program, during 5 days of the program, just for you to know. So because many people think that you are coming to the program to learn how to build something together with a community. This is just a small part of the program. It's on the miracle step, but I would say this is it's a lot of emotion in this moment. It's an important moment, but it's what you learned before, so it's even more important, because this building was built the same way the people in this community, they build their houses. So there's nothing new here. So even in terms of time, in Brazil, it's very common when they want to occupy a land, this movement. They can occupy a land overnight, and the next day you will see a whole village built. So they can build very fast, this kind of buildings. But what is important here is it's all the how can we bring people together to dialogue, to find common values, to find a dream that they have in common, and to work together to make it come true. So with this daycare center, after 1 year, this community had it full of children in the morning, full of children in the afternoon. They managed to establish partnerships with the local government to pay for the salaries of the teachers, with a Brazilian NGO, another Brazilian NGO to help with the food for the children, with a group of doctors to offer health assistance to the children. And so 1 year later, it was full of children the whole day. During evenings, they had an adult educational program. During Saturdays, they had the medical, the health assistance to the children. During Sundays, the same building was the communitarian cinema. And they started to dream of a new daycare center, and they approached a group of businessmen in the city. They got support from this group. And just 1 year later, this building, they managed to build this second daycare center. Also building it together with the community. So with a better project, better materials, and so on, a place for them to have a vegetable garden. So this is what we mean by the re-evolution. It's when a community learns about their potential and they evolve from a simple thing. So the first building was something that they already knew how to do. What was new for them is this process of dialogue, of finding common values, common dreams. This was new, but building, they knew how to build. But when they learn about their potential, the potential of making partnerships, they can dream of bigger things. So this second daycare center, and 10 years later, they built this cultural center in the same neighborhood. This is one was more dedicated to work with young people. So cultural activities theater, music, all different kinds of cultural activities happening in this building up to now, up to today. So this means 20 years of a little more than 20 years of development project process in this community. So the same process happening in Guinea-Bissau, for example, something that started in 2010. This community was also dreaming with a better future for the children, and their main concern was about education. And the first step, the first dream they realized was to pave 3 kilometers of road so that the public transportation could reach the village and children could go more easily to school. So in this picture, they are in front of one of the bus stops that they built during this weekend. And after this weekend, there was public transportation for the children to go to school more easily, because they were having to walk this 3 kilometers every day. And now it was easier for them. And with that, 6 months later, they built this bungalow, it's how they call it, for programs for young people. Also, they started to focus more on young people, how they could bring technical courses for young people. And from this bungalow, they start also to dream of building a school in the village, not more like sending the children to work outside. The village was big enough to have their own school. So that's what they started to do by producing the bricks, adobe bricks in the neighborhood, and with different kinds of partnerships. The local government was a partner, the UNDP was a partner, the Brazilian cooperation agency was a partner, and the community was working together to make this school come true. So after 4 years, they were inaugurating the school in this community that's called the São Paulo community in Guinea-Bissau. By the way, there are like a number of dear GSA, Warriors Without Weapons leaders who were training from this community, who came to Brazil to be trained in the program. And we are very proud of the story that they are building there. The children already studying in the school. And here are some of the results of this kind of work. That's the work of Elos. So first, self-confidence. People start to believe in their potential. Less social tension. So all the dialogue process helps a lot to have less social tension in the territory. The social transformation itself. The feeling of well-being, and of belonging. People start to love the place they live, and dialogue, as I said already. So now this is I want to show that first. That's the work of Elos and the impact of it in communities. So for you to understand what you will learn through the GSA program. In Portuguese, by the way, it says "Guerreiros sem armas." That means wars without weapons. So it's the whole idea. It's to train young leaders in this program. As I said before, so just numbers that you already saw. It's been so far 602 students in the program from 51 countries in 12 editions of the program. A little bit about the structure of the program, and so I think I said that. So we have the Guerreiros Sem Armas, that means the people who will apply, hopefully you who are watching this video now. So you apply to the program. There is a first step that I will show by the end. That's the self-discovery route. That is one step before the YES path, but then you have this YES path that is a selection process to be in the program. If you are selected, so you enter the abundance game. It means that you will learn how to fundraise for your dreams, and also for to pay for the cost of the program if this is an issue for you. And then finally in July, so every July 2022, we will meet here in Brazil, in Santos, São Paulo. And you will meet a community that is also being selected now to be part of the 2022 program and to work together with you in July here. So you will spend 25 days together in July. We will have both theory and practice. So the practice will be together with this real community. And after this immersion, both the communities have their own re-evolution dreams, as you saw in the pictures. And we hope that you also will have your own re-evolution dreams. So that's what we will take care about during the expansion path. It's how can we support you on the initiative, the projects that you have after the program. So this is the route of the program. How am I in terms of time? Jem, if you can help me with that, because I think I'm speaking too much again. But let's move ahead. So again, just a little bit more of information. So of some numbers in the YES path. These are like general information. Up to now, we have 1,600 people who are interested, who showed interest in the GSA 2022. But these are like general numbers. It's normal that we have about 900 applicants in the process, and during the YES path, you will actually do things together. You will undertaking actions that will impact people even before coming to the program. And by these actions, we will evaluate your development, and we'll select the people who will seem to be more aligned with the proposal of the program. Then we have the abundance game with 8 hours of distance learning, then some hours of coaching. And just for you to have an idea, in the last 5 editions of the program, it was raised about 1 million reais. In dollars, it would mean today about $200,000, something like a little bit less than that. And then we have the immersion. Soon I'll have a better graphic with the new numbers. These numbers, they are not so precise because there was a change between this presentation and the actual format of the program. But it's about 340 hours of training, of learning that you have here. We will realize dreamings during this process with these communities. And then we have the expansion path. That's the same for the communities. They have their own process. So first we have this viability study to check if a community is really able to host the program. So we organize things beforehand before you arrive, and then you arrive and then you meet the community, and then we'll have the mobilization and the social and environmental transformation in this place. And then the community have their own development of new initiatives. And just for you to have an idea of the impact of this work, this is a map of Santos and some neighbor cities, the region of Santos. So far we have impacted 37 communities in the Santos region. But what GSA does, it is creating a movement. So that's our purpose for the program. So if you check this graphic, we have in the yellow line the number of communities impacted by the work of Elo's team. So our team here, and then in the red line we have the numbers of communities impacted by the network of GSAs, of people who were trained by us in the world. So they reached more than 700 communities in the world so far. It means an impact in 180 communities in Brazil, in 20 Brazilian states, and means 997 communities impacted worldwide in 51 countries. So if you end up to be a GSA, if you want to be with us this year, it means that we will be part of this network. We will start to write this story together with us in the world, in Brazil and in the world. Just some numbers of organizations that trust in our work, we have been working with. So during this 22 years, just for you to have an idea, and as I show this, it's because when we select someone to be a GSA, to be at the Warriors Development Program, it means that we are seeing potential in you to develop a story similar to this one, to be working in local communities in your place, to be working with government, with companies, to provoke change everywhere, to promote change everywhere. Some of recognitions of our work, and here just we are reaching the end of this presentation. So the path for you to understand again, so the steps. So if you are interested to be in the program, the first step is to access the GSA website. And I hope probably Nati, someone is sharing the links with you on YouTube. So access the website and apply, and then you need to fill out the pre-application form. And once you fill out the full pre-application form, which is not so long, that we call the self-discovery route, you will get an email. So you must check your email, and if you don't get this email, please write to us. You get an email to finally start the YES path, and then it means that you are on the path to be in the program. So the YES path, as I said, it will require some time and effort from your side, because there are activities that you need to do before coming, and that's the way we check if you are really a good match for the program, and if the program is a good match for you, because you don't want to be in the program that will not be good for you also. So we are looking for a very we're looking for people who are very much committed and open to learn, and that have time to commit to this learning together with us, because it's a whole year of commitment actually. So this is something that you need to check, and the YES path will also help you to check that. And once you go through the YES path, we have the abundance game that you will learn a little bit on fundraising, and then we have the immersion, and then and then the expansion path. Little bit piece more of information on the graphic, just more like information on each one of these steps. So on the YES path, it's very much focused on personal development. So we learn the capacity of taking ideas off the page. So this is one of the criteria that we are that we look for in the people who apply. So there will be a game in an exclusive platform, 21 hours of e-learning support for an experienced team, and you're receiving individual feedback after the process. It takes 2 months, and you need to hurry up, because we are starting the YES path and the next session of the YES path on Monday. So if you want to be in this edition, you need to hurry up. Then once you are selected, you go to the abundance game, 27 hours of learning, development of abilities on fundraising, mobilizing the amounts necessary to participate in the program. That's the goal. Expand network support for your projects, and you will receive support from an experienced team who will analyze projects, provide individual mentorship, and contribute along chosen fundraising routes that you will choose for yourself. And then we have the immersion, that it means 25 days presential, hopefully with the vaccines. We'll have the group presentially in Santos this July, with having this 354 hours of practical learning together with us. And then we have an immersion on the methodology together with the communities. I think I shared a lot about that, so I want to save your time now. And then we have the expansion process, expansion path, which is again back online, mainly mentoring, but it's out there is also some content, some invite guests that will bring invited speakers to this process, this online process after the immersion. And you became part of the GSA network. And I'm pretty sure that we start to exchange ideas and like maybe exchange projects and visit people in different places in the world for shared projects. This is the kind of things that started to happen once you are in this network. And I think that's all for now. I hope you take part. We here are very much excited to see this image happening again, bringing different people together, people from all over the world, to find their common values, common dreams, and to work together to make it come true together with local communities in Santos, São Paulo, Brazil. So that's it, my friend Jamerson.
Really good, really good. Thank you, Rodrigo, for this presentation. And I would like to say to you, so if you really want to enjoy with us in this journey, the time is right now, because the next round of the SPF is on 31 January, and so on next Monday. So you have time to apply in this game with us, okay? Next Monday, we start the next round of the ESPF. And so if you will think and know someone who needs to know about the Warriors Without Weapon, please send this live, send our website. It's really good. Have more people playing this game with us, okay? It's a good challenge to be a Warrior Without Weapon. So, Rodrigo, I think that's it. And for you who are watching or now, access our website. If you still have any doubt, send us an email at the address in the YouTube chat. Nachi, thank you. And I would like to say thank you for spending your time with us today. And thank you, Rodrigo. Thank you, Elos, for the trust. And that's it. Rodrigo, you would like to say one more thing?
No, just thank you, and thank you who are watching this video now. I just saw that our friend from India, Arin, is watching, so good to see. I'm not seeing you, but good to know that you are here, Arin, a dear warrior from India. And we hope that as Arin, we'll have many other like wonderful people join us this July.
Really, really good. I love you too, Arin. Miss you, man. Rodrigo, that's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you, Nachi. Thank you, my darling.